Hello everyone, welcome to the Arthur Conan Doyle Center YouTube channel. My name is Kat and I will do a tarot reading for you today. So we have 4 different groups and the topic of the reading will be what sort of blessings are coming your way. So we have 4 groups, so first one, it would be this clear quartz. Number 2, I have no idea what crystal this is. Number 3, this looks like sodalite. And then group number 4, I think that's black obsidian, something like that. Anyway, you can pick 1, 2, 3 or 4, whichever group resonates with you, and then I will do the reading. So we will start with group number 1, if this is the crystal that you chose. Okay, so the topic of the reading, what sort of blessings are coming your way. So I will shuffle the cards and then I will pull 3 cards and then we will take it from there. So just focus on the question, what blessings are coming my way, and we'll see what's happening in the cards for you. Okay, so group 1. Group 1, what blessings are coming your way? And this is a timeless reading, so you can watch it anytime you want and it will resonate. Okay, so let's see for group 1. Okay, so let's take 3 cards. So we have the King of Cups in reverse, we have the Knight of Cups, and then the 9 of Cups in reverse. So first of all, there is a lot of cups in this reading. So with the cups element, that would be water. So that would be about our feelings and our emotions. And I'll just quickly clarify each of these cards so then we know exactly what's happening here. But I can already tell you this is going to be about your emotions, about your feelings, about that area of your life. Okay, so just to clarify that King of Cups. Okay, so to clarify the King of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords. Then for the Knight of Cups, it's the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Actually, that's quite good. And then the 9 of Cups, we have the Death card upright. Okay, so to me it does look like a blessing that has to do with the way perhaps you process your emotions, the way you think about your emotions. So we have cups and then we have swords. So cups are about our feelings, emotions, swords are about our minds, how we process the information and communication, messages, things like that. And then the Death card, I will mention it as we get to this 9 of Cups in reverse. So the first thing that came to my mind is the blessing that would connect to how do you deal with your emotions, especially when it comes to connections with other people. Because here we have King of Cups and we have the Knight of Cups, and in tarot the court cards would talk about people. So perhaps here with the King of Cups, recently there was some sort of clarification, because this is what's being shown by the Ace of Swords. So if there was a person who would embody the King of Cups energy, so somebody who is quite emotional, but because this card is in reverse, it's either that these emotions are blocked or they are used in a way to either manipulate other people or just to take advantage of other people. But here with the Ace of Swords, some sort of clarification is coming, or it already has happened, so we can see this person for who they are, and we can see that perhaps we are spending our time and our emotion and our empathy on that person, and yet they use it as some sort of fuel, even that it's not genuine for them. They just want it. Maybe they just want the empathy. They just want our time and our care. So here there's that clarification coming. So it's as if you are turning away. You say, okay, I have my cup and I have so much to give to somebody. So instead of giving it to the wrong person, now I can move away and I can give it to the right person. Or it can even be about channeling your feelings and your emotions into some project. It could be about whatever wish you have, because this is the Nine of Cups that would talk about wish fulfillment. So here with the Knight of Cups upright, clarified by the Five of Swords, it's about leaving some sort of, I don't know if it would be about competition or it would be about some sort of conflict, because usually the Five of Swords talks about having a fight, and then one person has to win and then one person has to lose. So here, because it's in reverse, to me it's saying it's over. You don't have to be on that battlefield anymore, and then you can move on to more positive things. So this is definitely a blessing, moving away from any emotional drama. And so it would be emotional drama that results in anxiety or overthinking, anything that has to do with your mind. So it's good that it's clarifying, and then you can move on. To me, the Knight of Cups, it's somebody who is full of love, somebody who really wants to offer their cup to somebody or to something. And I just like how it's turning away from that King of Cups and saying, no, I will invest my feelings into something else. And here with this Nine of Cups in reverse, despite it being a wish fulfillment card, the fact that it's in reverse and it's clarified by the Death card, it could suggest that perhaps you will have to rethink what your dreams are. Maybe you have always had this very specific idea of what you want to achieve, what your dream is. And maybe it's no longer available, maybe it's no longer fitting with who you are and your energy. So here with the Death card, to me it's saying it's an end to a certain way of perceiving that dream. And of course the Death card, it's nothing negative, it just talks about an ending and then a new beginning. So getting rid of old energies so that we have space for new energies. And here with the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's something maybe that we wanted for quite a long time, something that we thought would make us happy and emotionally fulfilled. But because it's in reverse, we realize, okay, this is not what I want now. Maybe it was something that I wanted in the past, but right now I have other priorities. So I think that's quite a good thing to have, to update our goals, our dreams, and not feel stuck in the past and not feel like I've always wanted this, so I have to pursue this no matter the cost. I will draw a few extra cards just to be 100% sure about this blessing. So I'm really curious about these two cards. So just to clarify this segment of the reading. Okay, anything else about this Nine of Cups situation? Maybe now, because you have turned away from that King of Cups person and you have enough of your energy to invest in something else, you can finally face it, and face it in a really honest way, because you have that clarity with the Ace of Swords. Or it could also talk about relationships where you feel like there was a person you've been with and maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to pursue whatever you want to do. And the dream that maybe you had to be together, it's something that has to be reworked now. Okay, clarifying that Nine of Cups. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So to me it looks like a release from something that has been holding you back for a while. Maybe you had to wait and observe how things are unfolding, and now that the Hanged Man is in reverse, it's as if changing your perspective again. You had enough time to look at things in a different way, and now it's being released from it. And in this card we have a person who is tied by a few different strings, and we also have it's set underwater, so again we have that water energy, the cups, and our emotions. So it's as if now, instead of swimming down, because the card is reversed, it's an opportunity to swim up again and see what's above the surface. So maybe now that we will emerge from the water, we will see what's above the surface, then we can really reassess what our dreams and our goals are. So this is your blessing. I hope it will be useful for you. I hope you will enjoy it. And yes, I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello group 2, if you chose this crystal, this is your reading. So we will look at what sort of blessings are coming your way. So let me shuffle the cards and then we'll see what's happening there. So just to let you know, this is a timeless reading, so you can watch it whenever you want and it will resonate. So I will draw 3 cards from one deck, 3 cards to clarify, and then we'll see where it will take us. Okay, so group 2, what blessings are coming your way? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and then the Queen of Pentacles. And just to clarify each of these energies, okay, so to clarify that Ace of Swords in reverse, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords clarified by the Five of Cups, and then the Queen of Pentacles, it's the Two of Cups. Okay, so in terms of a blessing here, I feel that the blessing is focusing more on yourself and really nurturing yourself, because that's what the Queen of Pentacles is telling me. But just to give you a bit more perspective here, a bit more context. So with the Ace of Swords in reverse and then the Two of Swords, I feel like there might be a decision or some sort of options that you're thinking about. Maybe you have to go one way or another, and there can be some confusion. There can be a feeling of, if I do move on, if I do make a decision, then I will either miss out on something or I will regret it in some way. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords are in the reverse. So it's as if not wanting to move on from a situation, because upright it would talk about moving away from the chaotic waters to something much more calm. But in reverse, it's as if the boat is waiting for you and you're like, no, I don't really want to do that. I want to stay where I am. And I feel that the reason for it is that perhaps you are trying to rush getting into the next chapter. So it's as if you would have a computer game and you have different chapters, and in each chapter you have to, I don't know, collect a number of points, and then once you collect a certain number, then you can progress to the next part. But in this reading, it's as if there's still something else to discover on the level that you're on right now. There's still something else that maybe you don't see, something that is hidden, or maybe you don't have enough information here with the Ace of Swords. So the blessing is hidden there. It's already where you are. It's just about looking at things from a different way. So the energy to me, because there's so many swords, so we have the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Swords. It's a very fast-moving energy. It's our mind. It's as if our mind telling us, I have to progress, I have to move on, I have to be quicker, and I just have to get it over and done with and jump onto that boat and move on and then start something new. But with the cards and that Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, it's telling me there's still something else there. But in order to see it, in order to really appreciate it, you really have to ground yourself. You have to sit down and really look at things that maybe you have put on the side and you forgot about them. And by doing so, by looking at them, then you can discover something very harmonious. So whether it is about being in harmony with yourself, with that Two of Cups, or perhaps creating a connection with another person, it's all about slowing down and being grounded, and nurturing yourself more, because to me this is the energy of Queen of Pentacles, somebody who knows how to give to themselves, and because of that they know their boundaries, they know how to take care of themselves, and then they have enough energy to sustain themselves and then to help other people. So to me this blessing, it's all about oh, now it was coming to me, it's perhaps there are some delays and you feel frustrated, so maybe this delay, it's actually a blessing, because it will force you to look at anything else that you have missed in your current situation, and then you can discover that Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups energy. So I feel like there's much more to a situation that you're in right now, and moving away from it, no matter what, wouldn't be beneficial, because this is this Five of Cups energy, feeling that something has been missed. It's, now that I look at this card, it's as if, wait, how many cups there are here? So there's one cup that's upright and 4 that are down. So it's almost like I only discovered what's underneath one of these cups, and there's still 4 left. But I just want to get out of here. So instead of moving on, it's about checking what's under each of these cups, and seeing how you can work with it. It's almost as if having a toolbox and using only one tool and saying, okay, I have to buy something new, and you haven't even checked what else is in there and how you can make use of it. So that's the blessing, really discovering something more in your current situation. And let's see if I can get any more cards. Just one more card to clarify this a bit further. But now that I'm looking at the cards, it's quite interesting to see the colors and the sort of energy, because here with the swords and the cups, it's a very cold, very sharp energy. But then with this Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, there's a lot of nature. There's all of these flowers and trees and leaves, so it's, now I see it. It's almost as if trying to escape a place because you feel like there's nothing else. But it's winter time, so of course there won't be anything. And it's about waiting for spring to come, because then the ice will thaw and all of the flowers, all of the nature will show itself. So it would not be wise to run away from it. It's just about waiting and connecting to the cycles. Okay, so the Tower jumped out. So I feel like it might cost you a little bit of your energy to actually stay in the situation, because maybe you feel like something is on fire, I have to run away, this is not a situation I should be in, it's not something that's comfortable to me. But once you get through the discomfort, and once you realize that it's not always like this, it doesn't have to be like this eternal winter, there's more to it, then you can really discover something great. Anything else in this card? And I feel like it has to do with a certain type of personality where it's very easy to start new things and very easy to move on, but it's much more difficult to actually settle and accumulate things. So that might be the blessing. You're learning how to ground yourself, how to root yourself in the reality, rather than keep jumping from one place to another or one project to another, whatever it is, and then finally having enough balance and harmony and enough time to nurture yourself, because you have settled, and then you don't have to worry about initiating different things. So yes, that's the blessing for you. Just make sure you don't run away too quickly. There's still blessings coming your way. Just ground yourself and wait for the spring to come. Okay, so that was group 2. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello group 3, if you chose this stone, sodalite, I think it is, this is your reading. So today the topic is what blessings are coming your way. So what I have done for the 2 other groups, I have pulled 3 cards from one deck, 3 cards from another deck to clarify, and then if I want any extra information, I will just pull extra cards. Okay, so I also said that this reading is timeless. You can watch it whenever you want. There's no time limit on it. So whenever you feel called to watch it, then these messages should apply to you. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards and let's see what blessings are coming your way. So this is group 3. What blessings are coming your way? Okay, this one jumped out. So 2 more. So we have the Queen of Swords, 9 of Swords, and then the Strength. And to clarify, I'll use another deck. Okay, so let's see. So to clarify the Queen of Swords, we have the Tower. Then the 9 of Swords is clarified by the 2 of Cups in reverse. And then the Strength card is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so these are actually very similar cards to what came up in the last group. So if you were drawn to group number 2, then perhaps there's a message for you in there as well. Because all these 3 cards actually came up in the last group, even though I shuffled the cards. So let's see. Let's see about this blessing here. So the first thing that came to my mind when I saw these cards is that the blessing is becoming aware of the way your mind works. Especially the thinking patterns. So here with this Queen of Swords in reverse and the Tower, I feel like there can be a lot of self-criticism, really beating yourself up with whatever you say or whatever you think, whatever you put out there. It's as if using that sword, which to me, it's the Queen of Swords. It's a very intelligent person, somebody who really knows how to use their mind and how to be logical and how to be rational. But instead of using it constructively, it's about sabotaging yourself with the Tower. It's as if having a gift, something like fire, and then instead of using it to keep yourself warm, you set the building on fire and then you have to run away and then you have to find another place. So if you do feel that you tend to be really harsh on yourself and really overthink things, then that's definitely the message here. And it's being confirmed by the 9 of Swords, so it's anxiety, overthinking. And because it's clarified by the 2 of Cups, it can do with the way we connect with other people, the way we go about relationships, and then we overthink, oh gosh, I just said this to that person, oh that was so stupid, and I will just feel like such an idiot and the other person will just hate me forever. And you might think, okay, how is this a blessing? But this is the blessing here, the Strength in the reverse and then the Ace of Swords. So here this Ace of Swords is giving you clarity on what this weakness is. Because to me, Strength in reverse, it's when the lion here takes over and we can't really tame it. So once we have that Ace of Swords clarifying the Strength, it's as if, okay, now I finally have all of the data that I need and then I can work through all of these issues. So perhaps I'm overthinking when it comes to communicating with people, and then this Ace of Swords would be like, okay, but why am I doing this? Why do I feel so anxious? Why do I feel like I constantly have to look back at what I said? So it's, again, using that intellect, using that logical thinking that you have to really track this pattern to its origin. And actually, I'm really curious what the origin is. It might not apply to everyone, but let's see what the cards say. So what is the origin of this overthinking and being very, very self-critical? Because I do definitely feel that there is an opportunity to heal it, and this is the blessing. But in order to heal something, you need to realize it first. You have to know that you have that wound. Okay, so just, where is this? What's the root? What's the root of this cause? Okay. And it's the Hermit in the reverse. To me, it feels like not being, the feeling of not being clever enough, of not being mature enough, or having not not having enough experience. So it's almost thinking, oh, I'm still so young and other people have much more experience than me and they definitely know better than me because maybe I'm still young, I haven't had all these experiences, and I will just overthink everything because maybe I've said something stupid and other people will just laugh at me. Also, now that I'm looking at this card, I think it's blackberries here being shown. So I just heard fruit of knowledge. So there's that fruit of knowledge, but then all of these thorns on its side. So it's as if you're spending your time picking on the branches rather than the fruit and focusing on all of these negative things rather than your abilities and your skills. And then just looking at your hands and being like, oh, it's so painful, why does this happen to me? But what you don't realize that there are fruit over there. It's just about changing the way you see things, and that's definitely the blessing. So I'll just pull one more card to see if there's anything that can assist you in going through this process and kind of reprogramming your mind to approach, well, communication or any area of life in a different way. And astrologically, it makes me think of Mars-Saturn contacts, when our mind is kind of blocked by Saturn and we think, oh no, I'm just too stupid and I still don't know enough and I'm not going to say anything because there's hundreds of other people and they know exactly what they are talking about, so I will just sit quiet. So if you do know your birth chart, then look out for Mars-Saturn. No, that was Mercury-Saturn contacts. I mean, Mars-Saturn could also be the case where you're kind of paralyzed by fear and you cannot act, you can't do the things that you want. Okay, but going back to the reading, let's see any card that would like to assist with this change. The Chariot. Okay, so that definitely makes sense. So to me, this Chariot is saying, just go for it. If you want to say something, do it. Because that's how things work. It's good to have a plan, but once you have a plan, there's no point looking at it over and over and over and repeating it in your mind. The Chariot is saying, just do it, just go for it, and you will be successful. So rather than overthinking, how do I go about this? Just get a notebook, get a pen and write whatever comes to your mind. And once you have that starting point, once there's already something written down, it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So the advice here is just to start. Just write something or do something and the rest will follow. So the blessing here is recognizing the sort of detrimental thinking patterns and how they keep you trapped in this very negative self-critical energy. And then once you realize that you have these patterns, you can consciously work on them and get away from them and then feel much better. Alright, so this is your blessing, group 3. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello group 4, if you chose this black stone, this is your reading. So we are looking at the question, what sort of blessings are coming your way? So what I will do, I will pull 3 cards from one deck, then I will clarify with another deck, and yes, I'll just take it from there. Also, what I've said for the other groups, this is a timeless reading, so you can watch it whenever you feel like it. Or if you have already watched it and then you feel like watching it again after some time, definitely feel free to do it. Okay, so just shuffling the cards, I will pick 3 cards and then I will clarify them with another deck. So group 4, what sort of blessings are coming your way? Okay, so 3 cards, we have the 6 of Cups, we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse, and then the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this looks really good already. So just to clarify all of the cards. Okay. But already I can see there's a lot of balance coming your way. With the 6 here on both sides and then 5 in the middle. Okay, so just to clarify the Six of Cups, here, it's clarified by the Four of Swords, then clarifying the Five of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 cards of Swords, so there's still a lot of energy that has to do with our minds and our thinking and communication. But okay, getting back to the reading, so what sort of blessing is coming your way? So the first thing that came to my mind seeing the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles is that finally there is balance coming your way. Good energy, definitely. So to me, this Five of Swords in reverse, it seems like something that happened in the past. Maybe there was a conflict that you had to go through. Maybe you felt like you were not treated fairly, and then either you had to surrender just for the sake of the situation. Maybe you had no more energy left and you felt like this is really not worth it. Or maybe other people surrendered and then you felt guilty, and then you felt that this didn't turn out the way I planned. But because the Five is in reverse, I do see it that it's already ending, and after 5 we have 6. So then after time of chaos and change with the 5, we have 6, which is balance, equal give and take, as well as really with the Six of Cups, I do see it as a very lovely energy, very innocent, very clean, if I can say so. Okay, so just to look at them one by one. The Six of Cups, clarified by the Four of Swords in reverse, it would suggest to me that whatever happened here, you had some time off. You had to take some time to recover from this. And because this card is in reverse, it's saying, okay, now is the time to get out of this period of rest. I mean, it's nice lying on a meadow with lots of flowers around you, but I'm really drawn to this, as in there are two people, so it's nice to enjoy it, but then there is something more happening here. Maybe this could be about connecting with another person, somebody with whom you have a soul connection, maybe somebody from your childhood, somebody who was your friend, but then your lives went just their own way and then you've lost touch. So I would see this as a very positive card here. Also, the way I see it now, after, if there was any battle, it's as if being rewarded, being rewarded for your courage and for your bravery. It's just the way that this cup is being handed to this girl here. It says, well done, this is a prize for you, you've done well. And it's same here with the Six of Pentacles being given something. So maybe it would be the universe giving you a prize, giving you a reward for dealing with this situation, because I feel like this situation was actually orchestrated by the universe with the Wheel of Fortune. It was something that was already planned, something that you couldn't avoid. Even if it was something difficult, it's as if, okay, I have to go through this in order to learn something about myself, or in order to learn something. It was a lesson, and now the universe is saying, well done, the lesson is over, there you go, have something nice. Here with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in reverse, if there was any decision that you had to make, I feel like the decision will be the good decision to make, and you will be able to judge it in a very fair way. Or if somebody else had to make a decision, and then you were just waiting for what's going to happen, and will I really be okay with it? Will it be a fair decision? Yes, it is going to be something positive. I do see it as perhaps two different energies here with that Six of Cups and then the Six of Pentacles. To me, this looks like more work related, or perhaps something that has to do with very practical everyday energy, where there's equal give and take. So you do invest some of your energy, but you also receive it from other people. So it's not just you working and working and working and not getting anything in return, but there's a very good flow of energy here. Okay, so let's just check anything else about this blessing. But if you were going through a tough time, I feel like this is it. It's ending, and then you're being rewarded for all your hard work. Also, because we have that number 6 twice, it could talk about something happening in 6 weeks or 6 months, or perhaps June, because that's the 6th month. Okay, so just an extra card or two about this blessing. Anything else we need to know? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. And I feel like getting one more. Okay. And then the 5 of Wands. So yeah, it definitely shows me that there was some sort of conflict happening, because we have the 5 of Wands. And with the Queen of Swords, to me it talks about a person who is very critical, who can use their intellect to hurt others. So perhaps they were a part of this battle here, and then it's coming to an end. You don't have to deal with this anymore. There is peace coming, there's balance and regeneration coming your way, that's for sure. But also with that 5 of Wands, to me it would say learning how to fight for yourself, learning how to defend yourself. So instead of always saying, okay, I give up, I surrender, because I really don't want to be involved in anything like that. To me, that 5 of Wands is learning how to defend yourself and really stand up for yourself and not let other people take over and cross your boundaries. So that's also another blessing that I would see here. So I see that standing up for yourself when the situation is right. So not just picking fights with anyone who comes your way, but knowing when to fight and when to perhaps surrender, because it's not worth all of this. So yes, do I want one more card? Okay, one more card, just to close it off. Okay, one more card for group number 4. And that's the 3 of Cups in reverse. I do see it as something that will happen soon, or it's a possibility, because the card is in reverse. So it's up to you. I feel like in this context, it is up to you how you will deal with these energies. So I do see it as a possibility of coming together with other people and celebrating. But because the card is in reverse, it is up to you whether you want it or whether you just want to stay by yourself and kind of keep your energy to yourself. So it's up to you here with that 3 of Cups. Because I do see it as a celebration, coming together with other people and just enjoying the time. But maybe you feel like, I like to spend some time with myself. So it's up to you if you want to celebrate. If you want to go out with people, that's up to you. But if you will, I think it will be something very positive and you will really enjoy it. Okay, so that's your blessing, group 4. I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye!